Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tammy and this is Life of Lolu. Thanks for coming if you're new, and if you aren't new, thanks for coming back. I love you guys so much. Always supporting and always showing love. I love it. I appreciate it. So as you've seen the title, I'm sure you have. I don't want to waste too much time because I don't want this video to be too long, but I am going to record a video today about the pros and cons of long distance relationships. As some of you know, I'm in a long distance relationship. I have been in one for almost 3 years. 3 years in August. So I know that there's really a lot of stigmas against long distance relationships. I mean, obviously I've been in one for almost 3 years, so when I tell people, I hear what they say, I hear the comments, oh wow, oh really, oh he lives there, oh are you like, how do you know he's just like, look, I know, like I'm in it, I know, but I'm just here to kind of like advocate and speak on my own personal experience, which has been overall a very positive one. Not that it's not hard, but you know, I kind of want to give people, you know, hope and just tell people that, you know, it's okay and it's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing in the world. It is doable. If you and the other person want it to work, it can work. It will work. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. But or I left my piece. But yeah, I just want to kind of like, you know, dispel all those, you know, fake myths about it. I guess really there's no myths, because obviously your experience is your experience and obviously people have different experiences, but I'm here to just come here from the perspective of someone who's had a pretty positive experience with it. Oh, one more thing is that I recorded this video almost a year ago. I didn't like the footage, didn't like it, so I'm using the same notes from that time to give y'all the thing right now. So hopefully I still feel the same way as I did when I wrote these notes, but I'm sure I do. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna start with the cons because I want to end with the pros. I always want to end with the positive. The funny thing, and I guess the sad thing about the fact that I'm re-recording this video is because the first video actually had a really funny plot twist, because I told my boyfriend to send his own pro and con in a voice note so I could play it in the video, and then he played it, and then he sent it, but it was like an alien voice or whatever. Basically I was pranked on my own video on camera, so it was funny, but I just don't like that footage. I think I deleted it, so I'm sorry guys, but it was really funny. But anyway, so I didn't get his take this time, but it's okay. I'm gonna start with the cons though, because I want to, you know, start with the hard stuff, and we're gonna end with the light and fun and happy things. Okay, so my first con is that time apart can be long. Time apart can be long. Time apart can be long, y'all. Like, it's not easy at all. What else did I say? And I said, especially if you're not both financially stable or both in a place where you can travel a lot, see each other a lot, it's just hard. I was in college for most of my long distance relationship. And now I graduated last May, but like he's still in school. So there's still struggles, and there have been struggles in terms of seeing each other, because you know, when one is free, one is in school, when one isn't in school, one is in summer class, one is in summer class, one is in internship. Like, it's just so much going on that it's really hard to like get your schedules to work and like also have money to be able to just be flued out. And my boyfriend lives in Canada, so it's not like he lives in Texas or somewhere close. Like, it's expensive and it's a sacrifice, and you have to be in this space emotionally, and not emotionally but financially, to be able to do that. So it's definitely hard, and time apart can be very long, and that makes it very hard, because when you can't physically see somebody, you have to have a deeper connection and build that, you know, through other means, basically. So sometimes there can be, you know, dry periods where it's like, it just feels dry, it feels bleak, it's like, ugh, come on, like, this is just like, how am I gonna continue doing this without seeing them? And it's like, it can be hard. I won't even, there's really no silver lining to that. It's just, it can just really be hard. But you have to find ways to spice up your relationship during those times when it feels like so repetitive and boring and separated, and just like when you don't feel close to that person just because you're not physically close to them. You have to find other ways to try to connect. I'm really trying not to talk too fast because I just want this to be concise. Let me slow down, I'm sorry. Okay, so the second con is misunderstandings and arguments. So obviously misunderstandings and arguments are a thing in every relationship, in all relationships, whether long or short distance. But the thing is, when you're arguing in a long distance relationship, you know, the pettiness can kind of just expand. It can extend because you have a space, you literally have physical room to be petty. So it's like the pettiness, and you know, like obviously the person's not there to just look at you in a one type of way and then you just start laughing and then it's over. Like, that's not a thing. So you know, it's like, it's way easier for your message to be misconstrued or to be misconveyed or misread in a weird tone if it's via text message. Like, that's just normal. So there's like, you have to go the extra mile to like make sure that you're communicating with the other person effectively. And you know, it's a way person to say something that you would not be able to say the person's face. Like it's way easier to text something crazy that you wouldn't actually be able to say looking at the person. So in that way, it can be tricky because a lot of arguments are worse when you're in long distance relationships. I will say that they get ugly quicker. But you know, it's nothing that can't be solved. It just has to be, there has to be really adequate communication in those times. Number 3 for cons is loneliness. Loneliness, child. Okay, like obviously you can have friends, you can have family around you, but it's not really the same as having the person that you share a lot of things with, the person that's just like your best friend, the person that's, you know, is just your, you know, your go-to, your right hand, you know. So obviously there's gonna be times when you're lonely, and it's not even always about like lovey-dovey, I want to be cuddling and stuff. Like sometimes it's just like, yo, like just being in that person's presence, being able to see them, see what they do on a daily basis, being able to like just be near them all the time. That is something that is a privilege that you don't really always get in a long distance relationship. So you know, it's just different. And like obviously friends and family help, and I love the fact that I live with my siblings, so if I'm lonely I just go to my family's room or Dammy's room and give them a hug or just talk to them for a little bit and I feel better. But not everybody has that, so you know, you just gotta be thankful for what you do have. But you know, it makes it hard because, you know, when you see other people, you see all your other friends that are in short distance relationships with their boyfriends, live in the same city or the same street or the same apartment as them, and you're just like, dang, like we could be doing cute stuff, we could be doing this, we could be doing that. It's just like we can't do it right now. So it sucks. It does. And it makes it, you know, it just makes it hard. The next con is communication problems. So communication, like I said in Misunderstandings, can be misconstrued. So inconsistent communication can lead to issues. It's really good to establish norms as to how many times you'll talk a week and what type of forms of communication that will be. Because I definitely struggled with that in my relationship. You know, like when communication wasn't consistent, I was not happy because I feel like that is something that should be there. When you're in a long distance relationship, all you have is communication, so you can't really mess that up. If you mess that up, the relationship is going to fail. So I really had problems with that, like, and when it was just not feeling balanced and consistent for me, I had to speak up on it, and I had to make sure that my expectations were met, because I felt like if they weren't, then I would not be able to last in a long distance relationship. That's just the truth of the matter. I'm just trying to be real with y'all. So definitely communication, it's a big thing. It's very important. It's very important. Number 5 is it's harder to get to know the random things about someone when you're not physically with them. Random things about someone is just like random stuff, like what their coffee order is, or what snacks they eat when they are feeling low, or what, you know, just random things that you're not gonna know. Like, it's not the stuff that you're gonna randomly be talking about on like your first date or something, you know. It's like, it's stuff that you have to like actually be physically with someone to know. And obviously, like, you can ask them and like they can tell you, but you know, it's just those cute quirky things that you just would want to know. Like, you know, you just don't know them because you're not physically there. So it's hard, but you can obviously, you know, get to know the person deeper, and you'll probably be able to find out all of those things that, you know, you might not know on the surface. So we're gonna go to the pros now. I hope that wasn't too long. That wasn't boring, but the fun stuff, the nice, happy side of long distance relationships. It's great. It's wonderful. Look at my smile. Like, it's great. It's amazing. I promise. No, it really is. The first pro is communication. So, you know, I said that was a con. It's actually a pro as well, because since all you have is communication, you don't let things like the physicality of relationships stop you from communicating effectively. Like, I feel like a lot of people worry a lot about the physical part of relationships, and because of that, the emotional communication side is lacking. And I think that is a pro, because all you have is communication. You have to really build up on that. You have to make that work. You have to build that connection, that chemistry through that, because you can't really focus on the physical when you're not with them all the time. So you tend to communicate more, because I feel like I communicate more with my boyfriend because I'm not physically with him. Like, I need to know what he's doing, so I'm gonna text him. But if he was here with me, we'd probably just be chilling on our phones all day and like looking at each other a couple times and saying, hey, what's up? But like, where's the connection? We're physically there, but we're not mentally and emotionally and spiritually there. So I think that is definitely a pro. Communication is major, and because of that, it's important, and it usually tends to be the plus side of the relationship. Number 2 is countdowns. So obviously countdowns are lit because you're looking forward to something, you're looking forward to seeing each other, you're looking forward to the big day where you guys can connect and you can hug and you can kiss and you can do everything. And like, that kind of makes it worth it. Like, when you have something to look forward to, it, you know, makes it easier, and like, it doesn't make it so draining and feel like it's a never-ending thing. Because when you don't have anything to look forward to, I promise you it's hard. And there's been times when we didn't really know when we're gonna see each other, so it's like, it's kind of bleak. I'm not gonna lie, it's peak. Like, it sucks when you're like, oh, I don't really know, like right now we're in quarantine. I didn't even want to talk about corona in this video, but right now we're in quarantine. The border to Canada is blocked. He was supposed to come to the US to see me for my birthday, and now it's like we don't know we're gonna see each other, because now it's like a weird space where we don't know what's gonna happen. So times like that do suck, but when you do actually have things to look forward to, it's a pro, it's amazing, and you can actually, like, you know, be like, oh, we're gonna see each other in a week, we're gonna see each other in 3 days, and then it comes and it's like your heart just bursts, you know. So it's great, you know. So 3, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So when you don't see someone for long periods of time, you appreciate the time that you're with them more. You won't be as distracted. You will be focused. You will be intentional about making sure that you are connecting with them on a physical and an emotional level, because you are right in front of their face. My boyfriend came last time. I made sure, like, there were times when we just put our phones down, because it's weird, because you're so used to having like a technology relationship because it's long distance, that when you're even together, sometimes you're like, okay, why am I on my phone right now? Like, the person I'm used to texting all day is right in front of me, you know. So it does make the heart grow fonder. It does make you appreciate the times more, and the times don't have to be filled with exciting, booked, oh, we going to the museum at 3, then we're going to dinner at 6, then we're going to the nightclub at, no. Sometimes it's just like literally sitting down and chilling with each other, watching movies, but not all the time Netflix and chill. I'm not saying that, but like just chilling, just being in each other's presence, eating food, just enjoying life. It doesn't have to be super uber planned to a T, because I feel like that's what a lot of people try to do, and that's just not what I do, because that's just too much, honestly. Absence definitely makes the heart grow fonder. The time is much more valuable, and you build a stronger bond because of that. I think that my bond is very, very strong with my boyfriend because of the fact that we, you know, we don't see each other all the time. So when we do see each other, it's lit, and we make sure that we spend quality time. So that's cool. The number 4 pro, this one's my favorite actually. The number 4 pro is space. Space. I like my space. I like my personal space. So if you're someone like me who likes your personal space, you're comfortable being alone, and you love your own company, then you'll appreciate the fact that you're not in someone's face all the time. Like, I almost don't know if I could be in like a normal relationship that I'm seeing the person, because I just like my personal space so much. It's actually, maybe it's a problem, I don't know, but I like my personal space a lot. So it gives you just the space to just, you know, just be you, be alone, and it allows you to appreciate yourself and not always feel like you need to be attached to someone, because I really never want to feel like I have to be attached to someone to be happy. I have to be attached to someone to enjoy my life. Like, that's not the life you want to live. So it allows you to be comfortable with yourself, and that's really important, because a lot of people get into relationships and they're not even comfortable with who they are as a person. The relationship with yourself is the most important. So this allows you the space and opportunities to just like be yourself and be with yourself and love yourself, and I think that's pretty great. So the last pro is that you can have your own life and pursue your own dreams apart, so that you can be thriving together when the time comes. Ooh, I wrote that? Bars, okay? Literally, I forgot that I wrote this. So yeah, you can have your own life, pursue your own dreams. At the end of the day, you are your main priority. Like, you're not, until you're married to someone, you still have to focus on yourself. I'm sorry, you're not equally yoked. You don't become one with someone until you're married. So you're still you. You still have something to bring to the table. You have to bring your best whole self to the relationship. So you need to be able to invest in your own grind, invest in your own hustle, do what you gotta do. Just in case whatever happens with the relationship, you know, things don't always end up well. Things don't always go the way they're planned. So you have to make sure that you secure yourself. So you are the bag, secure yourself. I love that quote. I love that quote forever. You are the bag, secure yourself. So make sure that you, as an individual, are bringing what you want to bring to the table. And that means you have to be lit yourself. You have to be doing what you need to do in your own life. So focus on you. Make sure that your life is in check. If you're in a long distance relationship, it's doable. It's not the hardest thing in the world. I think that it just depends on your personalities and just the desire to make it work. I think that if you want to make it work, you can make it work. I've been making it work for almost 3 years, and it's definitely had its ups and downs. It's definitely been hard. I can definitely say that I think my personality helps a lot, in just the sense that, like, I can be alone, I can be myself. But I think that if you're in a long distance relationship, you should just not take it. It's not a light decision to make, but 2 people have to really agree to want to make it work. So I think there's conversations that have to be had. There's hard conversations, there's easy conversations. When will we get to be together? When are we going to be short distance? When are we going to be able to be closer? When are we going to be able to travel more? When are we going to be able to take trips together? Those are all questions that have to be in the back of your mind, and both people have to be thinking about that, unless it's just not going to end up the way you want it to go. So I hope I was able to sum that up. I really didn't want this video to be like too long. I also don't want to be over editing it, so I really just tried to make my points concise and to the point. But I hope that you have seen that long distance relationships aren't the worst thing in the world, y'all. It's doable. I'm doing it. Hopefully I will continue to do it, and it'll be successful until I'm not doing it anymore, because we need to live in the same place soon. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my late night chats. I'm just here chatting away like always. But I really appreciate all the support. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me one thing that surprised you about what I said. Maybe a pro that you didn't think was going to be a pro, or a con. Or maybe just tell me, like, would you ever get in a long-term relationship? I'm really genuinely interested in hearing it, because I never thought I would either. And here I am. Sometimes you just don't choose. But yeah, let me know if you would ever get in one. Please subscribe, please comment, please share. And just make sure that you tell someone about this video that you think could benefit from it. Bye guys.